Hello, you're joining me here at Tiki Highway at Dawn the Beachcomber for Lucky 13 Apparel's anniversary party. There's lowbrow art, burlesque, music, and all kinds of tiki culture. Come on. Hi, you're joining me here today with Pizz of Tiki Culture and Art, and I'm really excited to have a chance to talk to him. Pizz, tell me a little bit about what you do for those of my viewers that don't know.
I'm a leading progenitor of lowbrow, and lowbrow is a movement that's been around for a while, and it's got one foot in car culture, it's got one foot in tiki culture. We don't know why. Biker stuff, surfer stuff, decoration of motorcycle tanks, cars, lowrider paintings, a little bit of graffiti, t-shirts, skateboard, deck art, tattoo art. It's kind of an art scene that's been bubbling underground for a while, but you see people walking around, they're tattooed with it. It's on the dashboard of their car. It's vox populi. It's the voice of the people. It's stuff that's popular arts.
So how did you start doing it?
Good question. I was drawing and stuff as soon as I got a pen in my hand. As soon as I was in grade school, I was the artist, and I never left it. So like when I got out of school, I had they used to have these RP programs. So I went to school in Orange County. They had RP programs where they'd set you up with a job, and I was in this class, and they set me with a job, and I started doing this stuff in the music company. And next thing I knew, I was at OP. And next thing you know, I was doing paintings, and I was in galleries, and I was published. And it's just one of those weird backdoor things. Oh, hey, you there, over there with the beard, come here, come over here, you look cool. Hey, you want to paint? Yeah, come over here. And it's one of those things where I bumble upstairs.
So did you started in surf attire then, like OP Pro? Is that the OP you're talking about?
Start there. That was my second career. My first job was 7 years, and I was right out of high school. I was still in high school when I did that, and then I found an ad for OP, and I went in there, and I was hard like that. And then they flew us around the world with all that kind of stuff, and I was meeting all these cool artists hanging around in art shows and stuff, and it was very underground scene there, very, very underground. We'd be in the back of places and stuff, and it's grown up. I've been in a couple of museum shows, I've been in lots of books, I've been on Monster Garage a few times. It's been good, and it's kind of ground zero for this. Southern California is really ground zero for this.
So what's your favorite medium to work in? I said median. What's your favorite medium to work in?
Medium, in between heavy and light. I would say if you really appreciate mediums, then you appreciate they're all different. It's like if you're a mom and you got kids, that you love all your kids and they're all different. You know what I mean? And you can do a lot of stuff with ink. For it's good for comics and drawings and stuff like that. And then and when you do paintings with real paint and stuff, you get a whole different. It's a whole different vocabulary. So you have a whole different language that you speak with. And I've designed textiles, and it's fun to grab something new. Like you get a project and you're like, ooh, and let me try this, let me try that, and it's fun to explore different mediums because you get different things. So some guys are it's weird how many guys are naturally on stage a comedian and they transpose into being in movies, and it's a different medium, but to the same guy they get to explore stuff. So and what we like about doing shows is you have people looking at your stuff constantly and they're talking, and you have a rapport with them. So it's kind of like if you're on band and they always talk about oh, I love to be on stage because the audience give all back all love, kind of bullshit. And but it's kind of true, because when you have an audience that's live there, it's not the same as a gallery thing where everybody's ooh, look at the colors, and then the lights go off and nobody looks at it, and it's better when it's live, and look at these guys, they're pawing over stuff, they're intense, they're picking out stuff, and you see which one they like and they talk about it and they show it back to each other, and you get a feedback. And so much of working in a studio is just you in your own head, you get the picture of the writer's block guy with the cigarette and the shot glass and all the wadded up paper on the floor. It's oh, that's no good. And it's the same thing. You feel still. So when you get out there and you do stuff to explore, you stretch the boundaries a little bit. You get to get feedback, and that's kind of important because all mediums are just a channel. If you want to believe in a higher power or whatever, then you think like, okay, the ideas are somewhere out there in the universe, and I'm channeling them. They come out of my head, and like, through my hand, and whoever the medium is, it's still the idea. And the idea is to communicate something. And when you communicate, you want to communicate to somebody. There's an audience. So that's ideally what you're trying to find is an audience that digs what you can do. It's like, and you're kind of talking to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's about it.
So who would you say your main influences are? And they don't even have to be artists. They can be music, anything. Like, who inspired you?
Oh boy, if I had to do it all over, let's see. I don't know. You have to say Roth because he's a Big Daddy Roth because he was a major one. But what's weird is like I didn't like Roth when I was a kid that much. It's like I rediscovered him when I was like 22.
Oh, okay.
And then I met him when I was like 24 or 26, and he was a really cool guy, and he wasn't rediscovered yet. And bands like the Cramps, they invented so much stuff. It's some guys are they're like pinnacles of icebergs. There's a huge upwelling behind them, and so stuff like that. But just I know it's been around for a while.
I think it's awesome. I feel really lucky to have been able to finally talk to you and meet you in person because I've been around your stuff for a lot of years. So see, I'm excited. Thank you.
Okay, was that good?
That was great.
Okay.